Good morning. We're going to get started on our morning work. So if you would grab your morning workbook, we're on page 62 in your morning workbook. And I'm going to go open the camera. Grab that. Okie dokie. So on page 62, okay. So on this one, we had to read the pair of sentences, circle the sentence that is correct. So on this one, we did Terry is not never eating tofu or Sam does not like chocolate. This is the correct way to say that. So Emily didn't find her dog, or Mel can't see her dog nowhere. Okay, we have can't, which is a no, like an N, a not, and this is nowhere. So that's called a double negative. We don't want to have a double negative in a sentence. So Emily didn't find her dog. We can say that. Could have said Mel can't see her dog. But when you add nowhere, you could say Mel can't see her dog anywhere, and then that wouldn't be a double negative. Excuse me. Number 3, Ray doesn't have no snack today. Doesn't and no. Jamie has nothing to eat either. All right, so this one would be the correct one right here. Number 4, there are no more crackers nowhere. No and no, nowhere. So this one must be the right one. We have no more popsicles. Okay. Sometimes if it's hard to figure out which one it is when you're reading it in your head, say it out loud. And then you might pick up that it's incorrect. Okay. All right. Number 5. Queen Tia has a large garden. There is a stone path around the edges. How long is the path? So we've got 132 and 132, 281, 281. So first of all, we can do 132 and 132 and add those together. 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, 1 plus 1 is 2. And then we can add the 281 and the 281 together. 1 plus 1 is 2, 8 plus 8 is 16, carry 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, so now we need to add those two together. Put the biggest number on top always, 264. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12, carry 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 2 more is 8. So the path around the garden is 826 meters. Okay. All right, so make sure you've gotten all that down. I'll let you look that over real quick if you need to. You can pause it if you need to. Okay, make sure that you've added those up, make sure that you've gotten those circled, and if you made any mistakes, you can change that right now, okay? Okay. All right, so now we're going to do underline the sentence that helps you know this is a fantasy. Explain why, all right? At 8 a.m., Izzy's alarm rang. Oh no, thought Izzy. She'd never catch the school bus in time. I can help you, a tiny voice sang. It was Izzy's clock. I'll stop time for you just this once, it said cheerfully. Izzy was so shocked. She glanced at the, Izzy was so shocked. She glanced at the clock as she hurriedly dressed. The time wasn't changing. It was stuck on 8:02 a.m. Izzy made it to the bus on time. Underline the sentence that helps you know this is a fantasy and explain why. Okay. I can help you, a tiny voice saying it was Izzy's clock. That for sure would be a fantasy. I'll stop time for you just this once, it said cheerfully. All right, so then she hurried and got dressed, and it still was time. So this sentence is a fantasy because alarm clocks can't talk and cannot stop time. All right, there you go. If you need to copy that, that's fine. You could do that. All right, make sure you got that all written down. All right, and then we're going to flip it over. And we're going to talk about what's on page 63. This is the one you're going to do today, okay? All right. Read the sentence, underline the two negatives. Remember, I just talked about that on the last page. Then rewrite the sentence correctly. So, Emma did not tell nobody where she put the peanut butter. So, identify the two negatives in there and then rewrite the sentence correctly. We don't want to have two negatives in there. Number 2, Mom and Dad never let me watch no television on weekdays. So what are the two negatives in there? And let's change it so that there's only one. Okay? So rewrite the whole sentence correctly. All right, and then on math, it says find the missing side length. So we have perimeter of 98 meters all the way around, but we don't know this little guy right here. Okay, so it's 15 right here, 12 right here, 15 right here, 19 right here, 30 right here, and then how much is right here? So you're going to have to add those up and subtract them from the total. Same with this one, 208 centimeters. We have 70, 51, 35 for this little part right here. How much is this one? Perimeter is 191 inches. We have this one, this one, this one, this one, but not this one, okay? So add up the ones you have, and we're going to take them away from the total to find out what that side is going to be. All right, read the text, then answer the item. So underline the sentences that could happen in real life. Tell why they are realistic, okay? Chelsea and her parents arrived at the water park. Chelsea knew where she wanted to go first. The tallest water slide. Up and up the steps she climbed. The steps went higher than all the trees. As she climbed higher, she looked down and saw clouds below her. She climbed more steps, and an airplane zoomed right by her. She looked down to where she started from. Her parents and all the people looked like tiny ants. She finally reached the top after 3 days of climbing. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? 3 days of climbing. At a water park, that sounds like that part's not realistic. But what we're going to look for is what could happen in real life. Underline that and then tell why it's realistic. All right, so that one we will do, we'll correct that on Monday. So make sure that you get that one finished today. That's all we have to do in our morning work. I know we don't normally do a page on Friday, but since we're going to have things change up a little bit on Monday, oopsie, let me change that a little bit. Okay, since we're going to change things up and be in school Monday, well, some of us will be in school on Monday. Our videos are going to change a little bit, and that way when you come Monday, we can keep going. We can correct and just keep going. All right. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to head over to vocabulary. I believe we have a little quiz today on the last 10 words. So I'm going to go over that in the video with you. All right. I'll see you there.